Okay, we are recording in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Beauty Birds podcast, the brunch edition, where your birds, Tara and Beka, get together, have non-alcoholic beverages because it's the middle of the day, and talk about shit we like. My birthday was on Tuesday, which I did not do a ton of shopping for. I got a couple things, but not a lot. So we decided instead of a haul episode like we did for Tara's birthday, I had a formal request to do a brand new Smasher Pass.
Right? We haven't done one of these in a very long time.
I know, we're kind of overdue anyway for our, I think we were doing like once a quarter type thing.
So we'll season, peek in, see what's new, you know.
But yeah, so before we jump into that, I suppose, what's on your face? What's in your face?
So I'm still going with my e.l.f. eyeliner. I feel like I'm a wing liner person again. I feel like I like bounce back and forth between like really subtle neutral makeup and then just like bam eyeliner makeup.
It's very cute.
Thanks. So I'm back on that. And obviously primed with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer.
You love that stuff.
I do. It's like my favorite of all time.
Because of your love for Wet n Wild, I actually recommended their concealer, I think, to my friend's daughter. He wanted to get her some gifts for her 13th birthday.
That's
and I was trying to pick stuff that like a young teenager with like a summer job could repurchase.
Yeah.
And so I went for some Wet n Wild stuff on your behalf.
Which is so true, not to like buy a bunch of stuff you can never replace. Not never, but like very unattainable to replace it.
Yeah, I think like my obnoxious purchasing habits are like unnecessary for me. It's just like inappropriate for like a young teenager. Like, yeah. I'm not going to recommend, Hourglass products.
Yeah. What is on your face?
Can I talk about 3 products? Am I allowed to do that?
No. Yes.
Okay. Well, actually, one of them is relevant to the actual Smasher Pass, so I'll skip that for now. First, I want to talk about Benefit Gimme Brow, which like I know I've talked about to death because I love it. And every time I'm like, no, I'll try this other one. I always come back to it. But I was running late today because I keep forgetting about our time difference. And I remembered a brilliant trick from one Samantha Ravindal who uses Gimme Brow as the base filler for her eyebrows. Because it's a gel, and so I think a lot of people will use like pencil or marker or whatever and then use the gel to like hold it in place.
Yeah.
Because it has the little fibers, it actually fills in a lot of the gaps in your brows already. And then you can use a lot less of the pencil or marker or whatever other product you're into using.
That is really smart.
So today I was like, I was very grateful I went back to this recently.
Another eyebrow tip, speaking of, I remember Wayne Goss a while ago was it Wayne Goss? It was either Wayne Goss or Jordan Liberty, which are like 2 very different people. But for some reason, I'm just confusing which one of them released this video. But you put like brow gel, like clear gel on your brows first and then a tinted one. So it'll stick to the brows better.
I actually, like on days like today where I'm in a rush, I do a double gel. So I did the Benefit Gimme Brow first, and then I topped it up with the Lime Crime Brow Gel, which doesn't have the fibers, but it's a bit darker and like finer, so I can sort of get it into more specific areas.
Cool.
The other thing I'm wearing, which we talked about, I believe, in our previous Smasher Pass, and then I actually bought the thing, and I don't think that we've talked about it on the podcast, but it is the Give Me Glow Extra Spicy palette. My eyeshadow is pretty minimal today. I used Spicy Peach Martini and Habanero, but I was trying to make my eyeshadow match my cute new shirt with little ice cream cones on it. That is one of the things I got for my birthday, and I will link in our blog post. Those are my things today.
That's exciting. I forgot you got that palette.
I know. I've only used it like twice so far, but I'm pretty pleased with it.
Yeah.
What are you drinking today? Since it's noon.
Chai tea from Trader Joe's.
Nice.
It's the one that comes out every fall with like the fox on the box.
I know that you've talked about it, but I've never bought it.
It's my fave. What are you drinking? I know you went with tea as well.
I made a matcha latte. in my favorite freaking fellow mug. These are new. I'm obsessed. I did matcha and collagen powder and then a scoop of sweetened condensed coconut milk.
Oh yeah.
And then I like used a little frother thing to mix it all up.
That sounds good.
It's delicious. I specifically was like, Nick, don't make me coffee today because I'm having matcha in the afternoon. I can't handle both of those things.
Do you want to dive in?
Sure. I think I picked like a bunch of things up front, and then I know you added some things to it so we can sort of bounce around. But I wanted to talk about this one in particular, which is the new, I hate this name, the Yay Sayer Plumping Lip Gloss from Bite Beauty, which feels very not Bite Beauty.
Yeah, that feels more, I don't even know what brand to compare that to. I guess maybe more like Too Faced sounding.
Yeah, which oddly enough, the third product I want to talk about was I'm wearing a Bite Beauty lip gloss. It's like they're the reason I started wearing lip gloss again. It's from they had that French press lip gloss collection. So this is flat white, which I love. And I knew it was discontinued. And so when I saw that these were coming out, I got excited. But it's a clean, visibly pumping lip gloss with antioxidant-rich cinnamon oil and sodium hyaluronate that hydrates and provides fuller-looking lips and juicy shine. First of all, they all have glitter, like intense glitter.
I kind of really like that.
But also, I'm pretty sure cinnamon oil works to plump your lips because it's incredibly irritating.
Yeah.
Like you're having a reaction to it. That's why it works to plump your lips.
Yeah.
So I wanted to like it. And actually, some of the colors are pretty cute. But I think it's going to be a pass for me.
I was going to say, I think it's a pass for me as well. I really do like the color story of it all, but I don't think that I will buy it. I also kind of sad that they keep releasing lip products and then discontinuing them.
They like discontinued almost all of their lipsticks and now have complexion products. And that's kind of a shame because I really loved their lipsticks.
They had a really good like creamy bullet lipstick formula.
Yeah, I have quite a few. Oh, by the way, these irritant-filled lip glosses are $25 a piece.
I guess it's Bite price. I was gonna say it's really expensive, but it's on brand for them.
It just sucks because those colors are actually quite cute, but I wish they were in a bullet formula.
Yeah.
Like honestly, even if they had some of that shimmer, I would totally rock it if it was a bullet and not a lip gloss.
Also, I forgot where I saw this comment, but someone was kind of just like, I feel like brands should cool it on the lip products because we're all wearing masks. Now's the time for like eyeshadow. Because I meant to put on a lipstick today, but honestly, I haven't worn one in so long and I forgot they even like exist.
We might run out later, so I have to put a mask on, and I just got new ones and I didn't want to get lipstick on the inside. So I just put on a gloss because it'll just come off.
Yeah. All right. So that was a collective pass. What's next?
Your choice.
You know what? We'll just go next to the Tower 28 because Tower 28 is a brand in general that I've always wanted to try.
Yeah, I've been curious about them. I know Samantha Robindahl talks about them a lot. Wow, I think I mention her in like every episode. I'm not like that crazy of a stan. I just have been watching a lot less like beauty YouTube, and she's one of the few people who I still consistently watch.
Yeah.
And I believe she's a big fan of this lip gloss. I really like the colors that they have.
Same. They're all really practical. They're not glittery like the other ones, even though I do love a glitter gloss. But these just look really nice. How much are they?
They're $14, which is like totally reasonable. Okay. They're also in that like clean beauty section of Sephora that I think Bite Beauty falls into. And the colors are all really like light neutrals. They're called oat, coconut, cashew, and almond, which is really cute. It makes me feel like it's all different kinds of milks, and it's almost like a play on the French press collection from Bite.
Yeah. No, I think those are really cute. I don't think I'm going to be buying any now just because, like I said, I'm not wearing any lip products with masks and all, but they get a theoretical smash.
I agree. Theoretical smash. I think they're really cute. I think if I was looking for lip glosses, I think if I didn't have the crazy expensive Fenty ones, I'd probably be looking into this.
What's next?
this is a little out of order from how we save things, but I saw this and I had to get your opinion on it. How do you
Which one?
feel Good Molecules is coming out with a rose water daily cleansing gel? And I know that you love Good Molecules.
I do love Good Molecules. And you know what? So there's a couple of things that I love about Good Molecules, and it has nothing to do with this product in particular, but it's something new that they're doing.
Mhm.
On the back of their box, they're not just telling you the ingredients, but exactly how much of each ingredient is in it.
Oh, that's cute. I just pulled up their Instagram and they show it.
Yeah. And I think that makes figuring out what kind of skincare product to buy so much easier if you can like kind of know where the line of concentration ends, where it's like you know that it falls off from like 2% to like 0.000% of something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I really like that, actually.
So I love what they're doing and I love the direction they're headed in, but me personally, I don't think I love a cleansing gel. It's another good thing about it. But rose water isn't really something that I like
That was
fight
my
over.
my
Yeah.
thoughts precisely.
Yeah.
And well, first of all, I don't like rose scented anything,
I don't either.
but we also know that fragrance is an irritant. So like to market that as like a good feature of your product is sort of
Yeah.
counterintuitive to me. However, that
I
said,
know.
it's $12, which is like if it wasn't scented for 4 ounces, that's a pretty great price.
Good Molecules is pretty much knocking it out of the park with affordable skincare. So, like I said, I think it's a good idea. I just don't like the rose water part of it. Like, if it had been something closer to like the Youth to the People cleansing gel, I feel like that would have been.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the ingredients and it says that the rose flower water is 1% of the formula. And
Yeah.
from my very limited knowledge of like chemicals and ingredients, it seems like it's otherwise a pretty great formula. So it's kind of a
Yeah,
bummer that they went for the flowery situation.
it is. I'll give it a pass, but so close.
Yeah, so close.
Yeah.
I'm just like always sort of have an eye out on a good cleanser alternative. I love my Tatcha cleansing oil, but it is really expensive and it's just I dream of one day finding something more affordable that doesn't break me out.
Yeah. Let's talk about the new Melt release.
I don't wanna. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. First of all, I think the collection is called Queen Bee, something bee related. But like bees are kind of my jam. I literally have Buzz tattooed on my arm. Oh no, I think you're frozen.
I'm still here. I accidentally clicked out of the video.
Oh, okay. Bees are kind of my thing. I love them. My sister calls me Bee. And so when I
Aw.
saw these and I saw that they had the like beehive and bee imprint in them and it was like a dual-sided highlighting thing,
Yeah.
like I kind of got excited. I actually really love their blush formula, but this is
Okay.
the same as the digital dust highlight and they're
Yeah.
$40 a piece. And while
That's
actually I am
very
wearing
expensive.
a digital dust highlight today, I bought them mega on sale because that is so expensive.
Really expensive.
And I don't want to like market against them that these are all darker shades. I think it's really great that these will probably work mostly for darker skin tones, but I also feel like the digital dust highlight formula really highlights texture.
Yeah.
And so it's like you were going in the right direction. And then like if it had been a new formula or if it had been just the blushes, I probably would have rallied. There's even a
Yeah.
bee like on the top. I want to like them so bad.
I know it is really difficult because I also really want to like them. There's something about it that's a miss for me. And I think maybe it's just like the impracticality of it where I just feel like everyone has their highlighters
I
already.
I wish that half was blush and half was highlight
That's what I was also thinking.
because then you could swirl it and it sort of gives the same effect as okay, throwback here. The Too Faced Snow Bunny bronzer
Your favorite.
before they jumped the shark.
Yeah.
I loved that thing. And this could have been really cool. of that sort of dual half blush, half highlight you can mix together. Like it could have been a really interesting effect, but just
Or
two
even
shades of the highlight.
yeah, or even like the Cover FX monochromatic blush highlight duo they just released. And I know Elf did something similar. Like it could have been something like that. Or even though 2 other brands have done something like that, I feel like it would have been a little more practical than.
To tell you the truth, if they had done that, I would have bought 2 of those shades.
Yeah, also they should have played off of the honey with like a yellowy blush kind of thing, because I feel like yellow blushes are kind of like making their way in right now.
Yeah.
Either way, slightly
Slightly
disappointed.
missed the mark.
Yeah.
And like the packaging is cute and the imprint is cute.
Cute.
Almost there.
I'm gonna jump around.
Yeah.
And talk about the the Pat McGrath Supreme lipsticks.
I don't understand the Supreme thing. I don't get
I
it.
watched a YouTube video explaining the hype of it, and I think it's just the fact that everything's made with such limited quantities. I can already see these lipsticks on sale on eBay for $1,200.
I think they look kind of cute. I don't really like get or care about the Supreme hype, but the red color is gorgeous.
It's a nice blue red.
Yeah, it's honestly a pretty perfect red. But
It's
I don't know. Maybe it's because I just don't get the Supreme thing, but I feel like it's a strange move for Pat McGrath.
I don't think it's a strange move for Pat McGrath. I think it makes sense for her just because she is so intertwined in like the fashion world as well, being such like is she a celebrity makeup artist or just like a runway makeup artist? So I think it's an on-brand collaboration. This is something that she knows is going to sell out immediately, and I can already see it on eBay for like $1,200 for like the box of one. And before it's even on sale, I feel like they're gonna sell out the minute it's released. Which, like, good for her. It was a smart business move, but I think that's exactly what it is. It's just.
Do you think that there's a lot of crossover between people who love Supreme and people who shop at Sephora?
Yeah. I think that there is enough of a streetwear crossover because that's kind of who is the Supreme target, I think.
That's fair.
Yeah, and I think that is something that a lot of people are definitely going to be into. Yeah, so I think it was a smart business move, and it's a beautiful red. It's just something that I know I'll never get my hands on.
Oh, I don't know if this is going to be at Sephora, actually. It says exclusively for Supreme New York and Pat McGrath.
Yeah, so something about Supreme releases is apparently they only release them in Supreme locations, and like people line up for like days to get.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
No, me neither.
I was gonna say if it's on Sephora and I catch it, cool, because it's a really great red. And I have one other Pat McGrath lipstick that's like the formula is really lovely. But I'm over the like waiting in line thing. I used to set alarms on my phone for melt releases.
I did that
at
one
work. For who?
But yeah, I think in general this is kind of just like meant to be a collector's item more than a lipstick, even though the color is gorgeous. So, I respect the.
That'd be a bummer if people bought it and then like didn't use the lipstick. That sucks.
I don't think they'll really use the lipstick. I mean, think about it. If you're gonna buy something that you know is gonna be worth so much money, why would you use it?
I mean, because it goes bad and it expires and then it's not worth as much money. Who did you say that you set an alarm for?
A MAC.
Oh.
Release. I think it was with the brand Nasty Gal. Yeah.
Did you get stuff?
No, I slept through
it. I love it.
I remember I missed it. It was like the most perfect purple lipstick, one that like I still think about to this day. It's okay.
Damn, sorry.
What do we have next?
I want to talk about these new Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Kiss tinted lip butter situations.
Oh, I like them.
They're just tinted lip balms.
Yeah.
But I kind of just want to talk about tinted lip balms in general because I don't really get it.
Really?
Yeah, like I always think tinted lip balms are weird.
I used to have the Beka tint, or not the liquid one, but like the tiny one, the cream formula.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. They're like a little wash of color when you don't want to do like a lipstick, and they're kind of no maintenance.
I just feel like because when I wear lip balm, most of the time I'm doing it to prep my lips for lipstick, or I'm just at home.
Yeah.
And like in either of those situations, I don't really need it to be tinted.
Got it.
Like I love my Smith & Colt CBD lip balm. It's called Locked and Lit, which brings me joy every time I remember that. But it comes in different shades, and like this is an intense lip balm. I basically only use it in the morning and at night.
Yeah.
And like I can't imagine in what situation I would want to put this on with color and then leave my house.
Yeah. So these aren't intense. These are more just like, running around chapsticks. Like I'll wear chapstick or lip balm when I'm in the car going errand shopping, like grocery shopping, because I'm not really rocking lipstick outside. This was like pre-mask, so like if I wasn't wearing a mask and it's just like a casual day, let's say it's like a Saturday morning, I'm doing yard work, but I also have to go get butter and eggs. I kind of throw that
Okay.
on.
I like that the shades seem like they'd be suited for multiple skin tones. Like what are they called? They're called Keep It Rio, Teeny Bikini, and Soulmate. Oh, Soulmate. I feel like Keep It Rio and Teeny Bikini would be great for anybody on lighter skin tones, and then Teeny Bikini and Soulmate would be great for anybody in the darker skin tones. So I think if you're going to make this product that I don't really understand, they seem to have done a fairly good job with it. And also the packaging is really cute.
The packaging is really cute.
Like the bullet itself and the box it comes in are really cute.
Yeah. I'll give it a smash. If I didn't, have to wear a mask or tone one out, I'd probably buy it.
That's fair. Now I'm kind of curious about it, so. All right, what's on your radar?
Do we want to talk about the Jeffree Star palette?
I really debated putting it in this video or podcast recording, all of the above. I think like objectively we're going to say it's a pass because he sucks as a person. But also I just wanted to talk about how objectively bad this is. It's called, first of all, it's part of the Orgy collection, and it's literally called the Orgy palette. It has 30 matte shades and it's $62.
Okay. I have a lot of opinions on this.
Please.
This palette is a glorified Morphe palette with its shade range where someone on, I think it was Reddit, knocked out every like duplicate shade and you could maybe make a palette of like 8 colors.
It looks like when you go to MAC and they have all of the foundation shades lined up.
Which, now, hear me out. I think the idea of an all matte neutral palette is wonderful.
Oh, absolutely.
But this is too much in so many different ways.
Yes. First of all, that entire top row, for the vast majority of people that would be buying Jeffree Star's products, which I presume are mostly white.
Yeah.
Like there's no, they're not going to look any different on the skin. The first
you only need like 1 or 2, maybe 3 light shades, cool, warm, neutral. And that's the thing, like if it had been, I'll even give him like a 12 pan at max. If it was like 12 pans with light, medium, dark, cool, neutral,
I think you could take 2 shades from every row and you could have made a lovely palette and it would have been, 10 shades?
And I really do like that it was coordinated with a matching glitter shimmer palette.
Yeah. The swatches of the palette literally look like foundation swatches.
They do.
Like, this, I don't understand how this will be functional for the average consumer.
It's not.
It's just a collector for people who don't care about racism.
And it's, oh God, he's on the packaging.
Is he?
Yeah, he was like the orgy thing at least in the promo pics. There was like a thing where like he's draped over the letters.
Thanks, I hate it. Oh my God, there's like pajamas or something too.
I saw that at the end. It's kind of laughable. That said, I like the vault of lipsticks. Because I think they're in mini sizes. I can't really tell from the
It
picture.
does look like they're minis.
And
Nude
I
mini
love
liquid
minis.
lipstick vault, 25 shades, $160.
Too much money, too many shades. Same problem with the eyeshadow palette. If you had just knocked out like did one of each kind of shade range, it would have been a cool concept. I will
Yeah.
give him that. But that's where that ends. And even the glosses I think are really nice. It's just one, it's the orgy collection. Two, it's Jeffree Star. And three, it's overkill with it just feels a lot like Look How Inclusive I Am release. And
But like in a really insincere way.
yes. So yeah, an attempt was made. I will never buy it.
I can't get over these swatches.
It does look
really
like
just looks
concealer.
like foundation swatches.
Yeah.
But like somebody who doesn't know how to make foundation for dark skin.
Also, can we talk about how he released this and was like, I have something groundbreaking that no one's ever done before, and it was a neutral palette?
Wait, is that what he said?
In summary, it was basically just like groundbreaking, never seen before, no one's ever done this, oh my god, and then released the neutral palette.
I mean, it's like impressively bad. So in that aspect, maybe it's never been done.
Perhaps. Yeah,
I'm here for, I love the idea of a nude mini liquid lipstick set.
Me too.
But $160 for 20 mini lipsticks is
too much.
You could do like 6 to 8.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't Jeffree Star, I probably would have bought it.
Yeah, so I don't know if we could like double pass this each and like give it a, in summary, quadruple pass. But
I'm even gonna remove it from like the saved collection. I'm gonna unsave stuff we already talked about.
Okay. I'm gonna talk about Anastasia Beverly Hills and their most recent release.
The lip stains?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like them. I like them and I forgot they existed because they really did stop releasing stuff for a while.
I like the colors. I like the idea. I don't like the packaging. Or rather, I like the packaging, but I don't think it suits my like fond memories of when Anastasia herself was running the company.
Yeah, no. Anastasia Beverly Hills is like a whole different brand now at this point. Also, with the brow pen, is that something similar to what we enjoy using?
Let me see what it says. A fine-tipped detailing pen that creates natural-looking brow hairs. Sounds like it, but it's $22.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never gonna stop buying the Ardell one for $7. I'll say this. I'm proud of Anastasia Beverly Hills for not releasing anything for so very long and bombarding us with like more palettes. I also did notice the Norvina ones are on sale. They were like half off already.
Yeah, I'm still not gonna buy them. I don't dislike this. I like lip stains more than like a tinted lip balm. That makes more sense to me. But I don't know, the packaging like doesn't fit how I feel about the brand.
Yeah, I kind of feel like they push themselves to such an edge that we're all kind of just like, I'm so whelmed, you know?
Also, they don't show the open packaging, so I don't know if it's like a doe foot applicator, like a liquid lipstick or a gloss, or if it's more like a twist up like crayon thing, the way like Bite Beauty does.
Based on the swatches and like the way you can see where the product sits, it's definitely a doe foot because it left like a train of product on the side.
Oh, good call. You are probably correct.
So it looks like it could be that. The other thing I've seen before, you remember those like 90s style clicky pens where you like click, 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 and then like the ink comes out of it?
That's what I think the new Bite Beauty lip glosses are.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a pass. I do like the first 3 shades that I'm seeing on here.
The
Rosewood,
Dusty
Rose,
nice.
and Gray Mauve. Yeah,
I like that Dusty Rose.
I don't think I'll get any. They're just not, you know, I don't know. I'm whelmed.
Fair.
Who else do we have on the list?
It looks like Hourglass has added a new shade to their what's it called? Ambient lighting collection called At Night. And it's this like red toned situation,
Okay.
and I want everything that they made with it.
It looks really nice. I've never really
Um,
been an hourglass person, so I think this collection's a little lost on me.
I am a big fan of Hourglass.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull it up on their Instagram real quick. I think that, I mean, I've talked about the bronzer like to death, I think, between my old blog and our podcast and our blog. It's just, I think that they do a really good job with their powders. Oh my God. Just let me look at the thing. Anyway.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Hourglass liquid lipstick was one of the first liquid lipsticks I ever had, like way back in like 2013. It was like a perfect red, blue red. I think it was called Icon. It was called Icon for sure.
Yeah, or Iconic maybe.
Something like that.
But unpopular opinion, I actually really disliked the Hourglass liquid lipstick formula.
It was the first one I really tried, so I kind of just was like, wow, this is the coolest thing I've ever put on my lips.
Okay, so it's a new ambient lighting blush, which I've kind of always wanted one of those. It's one of their few products that I haven't tried, and it's in the shade At Night, and it's $40, and it's goddamn beautiful.
Pretty.
I really like how they do their products where it's not just a solid thing. They do that like swirled product, so it gives you some, it will have like some glow without being glittery or shimmery. I'm wearing the bronzer today. I'm into it. I might actually buy it.
Okay.
That's my feeling.
I feel like this is one of the first times we've been divided on a smash or pass.
Yeah, I think Hourglass is one of the few brands that like still I kind of always have an eye on, and if they come out with something clever or like really good, I have yet to be let down by investing in that item. I've bought the wrong shade before and I've exchanged it, but I think they're wrong shade, 1 star. But I think they do a good job of having so few releases.
Yeah.
Or at least so few loud releases that like when they put something out, you're like, oh, they really put a lot of time and effort into this, and it's probably going to be really good.
I have 2 that I want to talk about. So I'm going to do the first one. It's not really a release necessarily, but it's KVD Vegan Beauty being at Ulta, which is a new thing.
Yes, kind of exciting, I think.
So I think it's exciting, and it's definitely a step in, like a major step in the direction of we are not affiliated with Kat Von D, to try to get some new customers that have never heard of the brand because they don't shop at Sephora. And from the looks of it, they're going to be selling like exclusively like much less Kat Von D inspired KVD Vegan Beauty products.
I'm a little nervous because the photo that you saved shows this really cute fanny pack. Yeah. It's actually really adorable. However, if they're not careful, they could really go in the direction of Tarte and Too Faced.
Yeah.
And I hope that they walk that line carefully, because Kat Von D sucking as a human aside, that edgy kind of aspect of the brand probably appealed to a lot of people who, especially like me as a teenager in my early 20s, coming out of like being a punk kid, felt like makeup wasn't really for me.
Yeah.
And like when you walk into Ulta and everything is like Kylie and Tarte and Too Faced, if they can keep that sort of darker like styling throughout, it could really take off.
Yeah, like I'm hoping with this cuteness they kind of max out at like pastel goth for cuteness.
I agree.
Like that would be like, don't take it past that, because I agree with you. I think it was something where it was like people who otherwise would have felt uncomfortable buying something like Too Faced would happily buy Kat Von D. So yeah, I just want to throw that in there as it's not necessarily a new release, but it's a new happening.
So, I like the stars and lightning bolts. If they want to keep that sort of like illustrated look, I'm into that. It really reminds me of like emo days in my teens, of like Taking Back Sunday and the Starting Line and Brand New a little bit. And I'm I'm curious to like I hope that they do well with it, and I want to see what they come up with.
Okay, so I'm gonna go on to the second one I wanted to talk about, which is the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice collection.
No.
I just feel like I'm sitting here just like, how many times can we do this song and dance? Stop it.
There's actually maybe like 3 or 4 really cute shades in the palette, particularly
Sure.
pumpkin spice and ginger spice.
I
But
agree.
like I literally have those shades in my Gimme Glow Extra Spicy, probably in my Melt palettes. The Sugar Pill Fun Size has something similar.
It just
I'm
looks
pretty sure my
every,
Huda Beauty like little Obsessions ones.
yeah, it just looks like every single Too Faced release that's ever been released in that format. And it's just like, stop, you've killed it. You've beaten it.
Wait. It's pumpkin spice scented.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And it's
Wow.
$49.
Hear me out. I love pumpkin spice. That I don't, it's just, stop.
I don't like when Americans do pumpkin spice because white people go way too hard on the cinnamon. For those who are listening and not watching, Tara just covered her face with her hat because I called her out.
I love pumpkin spice, but it's just,
I learned when we lived in Oregon, and there's a coffee shop there called Black Rock. If I got like 1 pump of the pumpkin spice instead of like what they would normally put into it, it was really lovely. But it's just like, especially like Starbucks, there's like pump, 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 and you're like, no,
I
you don't
agree
need
with
to
you
punch me in the
flavor.
face with it.
I agree with you on flavor, but if you think I'm not lighting pumpkin spice candles until December, you're wrong.
So my new candle thing, partially your fault, is like wood and fire scented things that smell like camping or a bonfire, including this Fireside Embers candle from Noted that you got me for my birthday, which sits on my desk, and I love it so much.
So yeah, I think my main point for including Too Faced on here, because no matter what, I feel like it was going to be a pass, was stop making gimmicks and start making makeup.
If they had done like a 6-pan, do you remember those old like 9-pan little palettes that they used to do that they had like were different themes? I feel like if they were pumping those out with this similar themes of chocolate, white chocolate, whatever, it could work. Because I could pick like 4 mattes and 2 shimmer shades out of this, or even if we did 9, we could come up with something great that would make it so much more functional and usable, and also not $49. So when you only wear it in October,
stop making people spend $50 on your gimmick.
Yeah. I don't hate fall themed everything. Like I'm okay with a little bit of it, but to do, 16, 18 shades? And half of it is like spring shades anyway. You could have split it into 2 separate palettes and then had people buy 2 palettes in a year.
Just imagine how tired we are. Okay, do you want to hit me with one more?
I do. I'm really excited about this one. My beloved Ritual Defy has come out with 2 new shades of their Ash and Ember eye soots. I know that you've always been curious about them.
I have. I admire them from afar.
The only reason I've never really bought them is because it's hard to tell what the texture is like, and I always thought that they were more of a loose powder. But Instagrammer that we like, what's her name? Her Sensitive Skin?
Yeah.
She is really into these, and I messaged her asking her about the texture, and she said it's more like a really stiff cream.
Okay.
And now I have all kinds of different feelings, and maybe we'll consider more seriously buying one of them.
They are really pretty.
I love the idea, especially of like a more neutral one that you could use either as an eyeshadow base or as a standalone thing.
Yeah.
And that you could use like a stiff, like stubby synthetic brush or your finger.
Yeah.
It seems like it is more versatile than I originally thought that it was. And so I'm going to say hypothetical smash.
I will also give it a hypothetical smash just because they are so beautiful. Do you have another one?
I do. I've got one more new to me brand. I hadn't heard of them before. I found them on the Indie Mood, called Unique Beauty, but it's EU unique.
Okay.
They have these, it says it's the best shimmer eyeshadow formula that they've ever tried. I think
Okay.
it's like stiff, compressed, maybe sort of ColourPop Super Shock inspired.
So I'm
But
thinking at least looks like that in packaging.
when I saw them, I like immediately thought of you because they seem very shimmery, glittery. But if they
Yeah.
really are as stiff as they look, and I mean that in a good way, it could be like your one swipe glitter eyeshadow dreams. And I believe it is a Black owned brand from the UK, which is pretty cool.
That is cool. They actually do look really cool, and that green is staring at me, of course.
I know, I saw
So,
that and I was like, I have to share
olive.
these with you.
No, they look really pretty.
I can't tell. Okay, so it says it's the pressed foiled eyeshadows, and it looks like they apply like this. I'm showing some swatches on the
They
screen.
don't look as glittery as I would have thought.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe not.
They kind of look more like a shimmer than a glitter. But I don't know.
Oh, I
You've
think it
got
might
my
just
full
be
attention
some
on
of
this.
them though, because like these are the darker shades that I just put
Much
up
more
on the
metallic.
screen look a bit more like metallic and glittery, but I can't seem to figure out how much they cost.
I'm also looking for that too. I actually just went to their website as you were talking.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I don't know. They're based on some other things that I saw on their like Instagram shop for sale. They look like a more affordable brand.
Never mad about that.
No.
There are a few things I love more than an independently owned, particularly like woman-owned makeup brand doing really cool stuff that's also relatively affordable. Because to
Yeah.
me, it's like a I don't want to say non-issue, but like it's an obvious choice to switch over to support that instead of like a big name brand.
Yeah. Yeah, so looking on the website, they are more foiled than glitter, I think.
Okay.
I'm still looking for a price. Everything's loading very slowly for me for some reason.
The foiled eyeshadow are £3.50 and the glitter eyeshadow are also £3.50. That's
Affordable.
totally, that's what, like maybe $5 US?
Yeah, ColourPop prices.
I'm about it.
Yeah, I like that.
Well done, Unique Beauty. Super interesting. They look, oh, and they have some cute little 6-pan eyeshadow palettes that also look really cute.
Yeah, they do. Oh, I know what I want to talk about next. The Nikki Tutorials Beauty Bay collab.
Oh, I saw that was a thing.
I really like it. I really like the colors she chose and where she went matte and where she went glitter. And I really hope it does well.
Wait, did you save it in our thing? Oh, right. It's that bright one, right?
Yeah. I think all of the colors play really well with each other.
Yeah, I think it looks quite nice. There's definitely some really bold matte shades that look great, and it seems like a good combo between being able to do like a work appropriate neutral look and also go wild. I really like this kind of dual-sided
And on the
promo
inside,
photo where like one half is super bright and colorful and the other half is a bit more like black, white, neutral.
I've also been very curious about Beauty Bay eyeshadows before. They have some really nice looking palettes. Also on the inside it says I am me and you are you, which I think is really cute.
It really reminds me of, I think it was Nikki Tutorials who did the video where like she did makeup on half her face and not the other half of her face, and
Yes.
was like, this is what like normal faces look like.
Yeah.
I think I always have this like instinct that like 20 pan eyeshadow palettes are ridiculous.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a huge arsenal of makeup, if this is like one of the main things that you're buying that you own, I think it's a pretty great combination of fun colors, wearable, like neutral colors.
Yeah,
Is it $30?
$30. It's a really good deal, and I think it really is like that perfect balance of colorful because you have that bright red, the pink, the blue, the teal, but also you have the neutrals like the caramel, the like tan, the beige. I think it's a really good palette, and you have some neutral shimmers too. Like I said, I think she did a very clever shimmer.
I love the look that she did.
She's to this day, I still think she's one of the most talented makeup artists.
I never really got into watching her, but um I think she's wildly talented. And I like that. So it's 20 shades, but only I think 8 of them are glitter shimmer. So it's mostly
Yeah,
matte. And it looks like one of the 2 mirrors is magnified. I can't believe that this is only $30. Like Too
yeah.
Faced, take note.
Like
Huh.
I said, I think this is a really, really good palette, very thought out, and I really hope it does well. I know that I personally don't need it, just because, like we were saying, like I have those colors, you have those colors, but I hope that it has success.
Yeah, and she deserves it. I know it's funny that I said pay attention to Too Faced because I know that she got screwed over by Too Faced a few years ago.
Yeah,
I can't believe it's
exactly.
$30. It is in fact $30. Wow.
Yeah,
And they have one of those, I love when they do those photos. It's like a
me too.
promo photo with all of the eyeshadow shades like crumbled up, and so you can get a better feel. If I was in the market for an eyeshadow, like if I didn't buy 3 melt palettes last year, I'd probably seriously consider this.
I would too. And like I said, Beauty Bay, their eyeshadow palettes are something that always catch my eye because they're really strong with their mattes. Like they pick bold colors for the matte palettes. So I think this is one that is actually really good with these. Not just because it's a beauty guru collaboration, because that's not something that we ever like, really hone in on as something we care about.
Yeah, that's
But
usually I would consider like a downside for me, but I
yeah,
think it's a strong enough showing that I don't really care. Like that wouldn't stop me from buying it.
no.
Any other final? We saved quite a few.
We did save a couple. They're all all the ones that I saved that I didn't go over, I know are already passes and they're mainly on there just so we could trash them. Do you have any you wanted to talk about?
I actually found this nail polish brand that I was curious about on the
Hollow
Indie Mood.
Taco.
Not Hollow Taco, though actually they have
Okay.
some stuff coming out. Is she like a controversial person?
She has been around forever. She's a very talented nail artist, but sometimes she has some opinions that are kind of just like, wait, what?
It's Simply Nail Logical. Is that who owns
Yeah.
Hollow Taco?
Yeah.
Not who I
She doesn't
wanted to talk
reside in
about.
controversies. She doesn't like, she just every once in a while you're just like, well, excuse me, what?
Okay, well, let's skip that one. But
Okay.
this brand is called Death Valley Nails,
Oh, I didn't see that on the list.
and they have a new
Oh,
shade of polish called the Vampire's Wife, which is very silly. Are
yeah.
they? Okay, so it says hand mixed nail polish, concrete candles, biodegradable glitter paste.
Hmm.
But the new shade um, is like this green brown. It kind of reminds me of, oh man, what was that MAC pigment? Blue brown pigment,
Blue brown.
but if it was green, where it's like, depending on how the light hits it, is iridescent and changes.
Yeah,
And you know how I love an indie polish.
I know.
But they have really cute shades, and the formula, at least in photos, looks very like it lays down nicely. And so I would say a hypothetical smash for me.
Yeah, I mean that's a very realistic one that could become a real smash.
Vegan, non-toxic, cruelty-free, created in Los Angeles, currently creating in Fort Worth. Oh shit, if they're in Texas, now I like really have to.
Now you have to buy
I
them.
might. I wasn't really in the market for nail polish. Otherwise, I would probably like more seriously have bought stuff already.
Yeah.
Um, but they have some really cool shades, and I sort of like their aesthetic. Again, a lot of nail polish and makeup things are very uh, overly like stereotypically girly, and sometimes it feels like there isn't room for people like me but they have, look at this color. It's a thermal polish called Cruella de Tejas, and it changes from red to hot pink.
That's really pretty.
That was my last thing.
Okay, I had one more that I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Can I just say that it feels really good to have ColourPop back to releasing things, because during the like Corona break that they had to take, it really, like, their absence was felt. And like, while I don't love every release and I have a lot of strong words to say when they put glitter in palettes and like not everything is a home run, when you throw that much spaghetti at the wall, sometimes it sticks. I'm like, I'm glad they're back to releasing stuff so that eventually something else will be good and I'll buy it.
Is this regarding the new sunflower collection?
Yeah, I hate it.
You hate it?
I actually really hate I hate the color story of the palette. I love their other yellow palette that they released more.
I actually really like this for fall.
But yeah, that said, it feels good to have them back and like, yay.
This actually really reminds me of the Melt Rust Stack in a good way.
Their swatches look way more yellow than the palette does.
I am not typically a huge fan of ColourPop's eyeshadow palette releases, but this is all matte, and those swatches look kind of really excellent.
Hold on, is that all matte?
Oh, maybe not. I think there's two like shimmery shades, but it doesn't look like.
You know what?
They have some shimmer, but it's not like that pressed glitter that's not safe for your eyes.
I like the swatches a lot more than I like the way the palette looks.
I'm super into it. It's $14.
And they're like always on sale.
Wow, I kind of want it.
It's nice, and I like the glosses. So yeah, I just threw this one in here because it's nice to have like a, oh, you know what those glitters are at the bottom? It is an all matte palette. Those are the two super shocks. So if you just cover that, it is really like the Rust Stack.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, you're right. So it's an all matte palette and then two. I want this palette. I've never felt this way about a ColourPop palette before.
Doesn't it just, something about this release, I didn't love the colors until I saw the swatches, but just something about it just felt like relaxing and like it just felt good to have it.
I almost feel like it's better when that happens, because a lot of the times I will see a palette that the pans look amazing and then the swatches look like trash.
Yeah.
And I'd so much rather have it be like a sleeper where you're like, oh, that looks okay. And then you look at swatches and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
It looks like the whole collection is $65 for the palette. What is it? Eyeliners, the body glitter, the lip glosses, the super shock shadows, and the face oil, but it's sold out.
Yeah, I still want to get my grubby hands on some Soul body glitter.
I think they make minis now.
They do.
That's very appealing to me.
It is.
If I order the palette, do you want to get some of that and we can share the order so we don't both have to pay for shipping?
Maybe, yeah.
All right. That will be a serious discussion for later.
Okay.
Did we go through all the things? Do you want to talk about our that Urban Decay thing?
No, it's so stupid.
Yeah, it looks cool.
All right, we can talk about, is it the Stoned collection?
Oh no, is it?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, how would you...
Okay, never mind. I hate it. I realized that they went, everything's like jewel toned and like gems and whatever, but it's literally called Stoned Vibes. Thanks, I hate it.
Goofy.
I got excited about the highlighter. Not that I'm gonna buy it anyway. It is $36. But it's in this little container and it's like 3D. I don't love that it's all one color. I think that there's benefit to stuff like that having a mix of shades, but it reminds me of the Guerlain Meteorites.
Yeah, it does have meteorite vibes.
Which are very expensive and I think like unattainable to the average consumer.
They're like a collector's item more than a makeup product.
I really hate that it's called Stoned Vibes, like with every fiber of my being.
Yeah, so I was so shocked that you're like, wow, I really like that. I just, it's not for me. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
Yeah, I'm with you now. I think that the way they did that packaging was really cool. I don't think the shade is great. It's like very one note.
Yeah,
Shame.
shame. For shame. Everything else on this list is disappointing.
Yeah, pretty
So
much.
maybe I have the KKW skincare line on here, which like I only put on it to roll my eyes.
I I want it to be good because I know so many people are gonna buy it, but they've sort of shown us repeatedly with products that that whole family can't be trusted with the ingredients they're using, with cooking their books. Like, there's just a lot of dishonesty there. And even though like I want other women in business to do well, I just don't trust what's going into this, and I don't want to put it on my face.
Yeah, I'm not about it. The other thing on there was what is this? The is it Pure? P-U-R?
Yeah.
Pure?
Pure.
Pure Cosmetics Barbie collection, which I just, ugh.
We've already talked about like at length that we dislike collabs like this, where it's
Yeah,
like a movie or something. But it's also really ugly.
it is tacky.
Can I make a note about those themed collections anyway?
Yes.
I wish they were a bit more inspired by rather than a literal themed thing. The way, like, I watched that wedding show, I think it was made by the same people that did Queer Eye.
Okay.
Oh, I forget what it was called. I think the show
Is
was
this the one
called
they told
Say
me to
I
watch?
Do. Huh?
Is this the one they told me to watch?
I think so. It's called Say I Do. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. It's actually super cute. But one of the couples like really wanted a carnival theme. And then when they talked about it, I was like, no, we want it more like inspired, where they sort of did like a classy version. Like they had a carousel for the kids
Yeah.
and like little booths set up for food, but it wasn't like clowns and games and things. And right. And I feel like every makeup collection that has come out that is themed, it's like very literal and uninspired. And I wish it was more like we took inspiration and then made it like
Yeah,
classy.
I agree. So yeah, those
This
are all
ain't
my
it.
um now you really have me thinking about that ColourPop one.
Yeah. Is there anything else on this list that I was actually excited about? Maybe. I'm probably not going to buy it because I don't need anything else, but Give Me Glow, as in the palette that I'm wearing today, has a new it's an eyeshadow single. The pan is huge. I thought it was a highlighter. But they have a gigantic eyeshadow called Pink Lemonade that is like really lovely.
Their eyeshadow pans are like notoriously giant for
Right. I'm realizing now, because when I was buying this palette, when we talked about it in the last Smasher Pass, I said like if it was more than whatever price that I wouldn't buy it. But the pans are basically the size of the $10 a piece sugar pill singles.
Yeah.
And there's 9 of them. So when I saw, I think it might have been like 42, but I assumed that it was sugar pill fun size, not sugar pill full size. So yes, their pans are gigantic.
Oh, and there's Natasha Denona chromium liquid eyeshadows are gorgeous, but they're really expensive.
I am not annoyed about this trend of like metallic, chromium, whatever you want to call them, like eyeshadow toppers, these like liquid glitters to go over eyeshadow or just to put on your eye. But $28 for one is
it makes it very hard for the average person to like buy because I love all of these shades, you know. I love that bluish one. I love the more mauvey one.
I really like that like duochrome effect of when light hits it, it changes colors. But $28 is
really
you
expensive.
shouldn't be buying this, like anybody.
Yeah.
I don't think this is the type of product that anybody is using enough to justify the price.
I agree. They're gorgeous though, so kudos to Natasha Denona for making something else beautiful.
Here's my Sorry.
Yeah.
What?
I was gonna say that she really does make beautiful, like, inspiring color stories of palettes, but they're just so expensive.
I
Go,
agree.
tell me.
Here's my educated consumerism tip. Whether it's clothing or shoes or makeup, whatever, I think the instinct is for products that you use a lot or use up, or like, yeah, that you use up or you use a lot, use all the time, that like that's where you should go more affordable or outright cheap, and then to spend money on like the fancy thing that you don't use that often.
Yeah.
No. Invest in the thing that you use all the time.
Yeah.
Cost per use goes down and it's more worthwhile. Like,
right.
Don't buy cheap shoes that you wear every day and then spend $500 on fancy heels that you wear once a year. Invest in your everyday shoes and then like look for more affordable options for like the once a year product.
I agree.
And that's how I feel about this too. Obviously, when we say invest and it's makeup and skincare, which you do use up, like consider your budget. But I feel that way about clothes a lot too. Mm-hmm. Like invest in your staples and then look for more affordable on the like abnormal colors or like the things that you don't use often.
Yeah.
You don't need to spend $20 on a gray lipstick and then spend $3 on like your everyday lipstick. Swap.
Yeah, I think that is a perfect way to end with some educated consumerism that we sneak into every episode.
I try.
Overall, so my closing thoughts are I haven't looked at Trend Mood in a very long time just because we've been moving and like with the pandemic and everything. Like I kind of have just been like not in the mood for makeup with everything going on.
Yeah.
I'm shocked with how few releases there were in that time. I was expecting to like scroll and see so many things that it was like, God, I'm overwhelmed. But it also looks like brands are slowing down a little bit with their releases.
But I think also like manufacturing was probably shut down. And that said, I'm coming out of this with 2 products that I'm seriously considering buying, and now I'm mad about it.
No, I'm with you. I think there was only really one on here that I wanted, and now it's the ColourPop one. Otherwise, it would have been nothing. But yeah, I'm shocked.
I want the Hourglass blush and I want the ColourPop palette.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked that they slowed down a lot on releases.
I hope that while I realize that a lot of these slowdown releases were probably because of the pandemic and manufacturing being shut down and warehouses and all of those things, I hope that a lot of these brands like took the time to reconsider their approach.
I mean, I doubt it.
I doubt it. But like we said, with Hourglass, they put out things less often. And when they put it out, it's like, it makes a statement.
Yeah.
Like I'm probably going to order this blush.
So yeah, that's my closing thought on new releases is I'm shocked at the amount of new releases in a good way.
Yeah. I think that about covers it. And now I think it might be time for lunch.
Marshall's sleeping. I don't know what to do with my time.
Go take some pictures in your lovely new spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually have to retake the ones that I took before. I like the one, but like nothing else came out that good. I'm still figuring it out. I think I want to order the replica backdrops.
Oh shit, you're gonna go for it?
They have the little notches to put it together so that they stand like this.
Yeah, but you could just get those notches and use like poster board.
I don't know. I'm figuring it out still.
Also, you could just get one bigger foam poster board and like carefully snap it and then like tape it together.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Cover it with like tape it and then put the backdrop that you want over it so the tape is hidden. Okay, that was our episode. It was a Smash or Pass in honor of my birthday. which I didn't really want to celebrate this year, but I did. And you should follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, subscribe to emails from our website at beautybirdspodcast.com. And don't forget that we have a blog post that corresponds to every episode. And then sometimes Tara and I just ramble and do other posts that are not about episodes.
We also have a Patreon.
We also have a Patreon now. It's Patreon. I think it's just patreon.com/beautybirds, but it's linked on our website as well. And if you like what we're doing, please pay us to keep doing it. We have 5 tiers. I think the lowest is $2 or $3 a month, but people probably don't realize that like you have to pay for the website and you have to pay for the domain, and this takes a lot of our time. And while we love doing it, it would be great to offset some of that cost.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yes, we love you all. Stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask. Don't forget to register to vote. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.